2 years ago. So at that time, I was not fluent in English. I could not speak anything. I was just on level 0. At that age, I didn't have any partner to speak with. But now I can speak English. I'm going to discuss the strategy which I followed to learn English, my plannings, and my whole time management. You're eager to know how I achieved my goal of speaking English? Keep watching this video. Hello you all, I'm Arundhati Roktima and I'm 12 years old. Whenever people ask me about English learning, people only ask this one particular question, that they have been learning English for a long while, but they aren't able to speak fluently. So before I answer you, I would like to ask you a few questions. That have you ever made a strategy or planning before you started learning English? Have you made any time frame that in how many days you want to learn English? Do you have any time schedule for your every day? And that how and when will you learn English? And what will you do in learning English? Do you have the basic knowledge of grammar? And last but not the least, have you maintained that consistency in learning English? So, the main problem is that we think that we are determined, but we don't have any blueprint or any planning that how will we do it. We don't have any fixed target and time period. We are just running after learning this language without any plan. Just close your eyes and think that every year we make New Year's resolutions, but the year just passes by and we have no accomplishments. So today, here, I would like to share my English journey with you all. So, I was 9 years old in class 5 when I started learning English. Though I am from an English medium school, but to be honest, it does not matter that much because everyone in my school, at my home and even in my locality speaks only in Hindi. My mom, she's from a Hindi medium school. She faced many challenges in her life due to her lack of knowledge of English. She told me that whatever she is facing in her life, the challenges that she is facing, I should not face that. I should know English from my childhood. So for that, I first made a strategy on how I will learn. So at the beginning, I only focused on basic grammar, only and only basic grammar. I learned these 5 things, that is tenses, conditional sentences, active passive voice, causative verbs and modal verbs. So for the first 15 to 20 days, I only focused on grammar, only basic grammar. And after that, I started reading some articles, some short 1 paragraphs and 2 paragraphs of articles. I went for only short paragraphs, not long, so that I could analyze what I'm reading in that paragraph. So after that, I started watching some short videos to improve my listening skills so that I'm in touch with the language English. And then I started speaking a little bit on some short topics, just like a debate or a speech, just on some short topics like school, hospital, friends, pen, pencil, etc. For example, I'm talking about this fan. I can say this fan is blue in color, it has 3 blades, it runs on electricity, I bought it for 1200 rupees, etc, etc. Just like that, not any long topics. Because at the beginning, we struggle with 2 things, that is the language and the other one is our ideas and content. So I used to take only short topics so that I don't struggle with ideas and content. I can focus on the language. And then after a few months and weeks, I started doing some long topics. That is, what are the advantages of something, like that. So that I can improve my public speaking skills. So yeah, I followed these strategies. And many learners say that their problem is that they are able to understand but they cannot speak fluently. So I think that is because the words are not there in your mind. You cannot recall those simple words and phrases when you're speaking in your conversation. Have you ever thought, why is it so? It is because the words and the vocabularies are not in active form in your mind. You can say they are sleeping in your mind. So at the time you're speaking, you just cannot recall those simple words. So for that, you need to learn a little bit of vocabulary. And the best way to learn these words is to make some short funny stories and write it in a notebook or in your diary so that the words get stuck in your mind. And use the words that you might have read somewhere in the article or in a story so that the words are just perfectly there in your mind. And one more thing I would love to say, that never run for the quantity of how much you're learning. Go for the quality. Learn it in the best way. It means daily give 30 to 45 minutes only that much time, and read 1 or 2 paragraphs of an article daily, and watch any short English video for 15 minutes, and then speak. Speaking is the best way to improve your fluency, but only speak for 5 minutes, just on a short topic. But maintain consistency. You have to do it daily. And on weekends, don't learn anything new. Just do the revision of all the stuff that you have learned in the past 5 days, so that the things that you have learned are just perfectly there in your mind. So, if you want to learn overnight, it is very difficult. It's just nearly impossible. You cannot do that. You should have a target of 5 to 6 months. And I'm sure if you do that, you can learn English. If I can learn, my mom from Hindi medium school can learn, then why can't you? So New Year has started. So take a resolution and maintain consistency. And I'm sure 100% you'll get success.